What it do, peeps? It's the Beat Chef with Watch the Damn Tape. Hit that like, that share, that subscribe button. Hit that bell to get notified when I drop my next video. To my new subscribers, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy the show and I hope you get something from the content. To my day ones, thank you for helping me build this platform and continue to push this WNBA conversation. Sophie Cunningham has done it again. She has blessed the podcast sphere with great content and great conversation. Shout out to Sophie Cunningham. A lot of people are focusing on the conversation she had about the offense and the catering to Caitlin and Kelsey. That's one thing. But what she said before that is what I want to start on, because that leads into the offensive conversation. And it was a good conversation she had with her co-host West. So let's take a listen to what Sophie Cunningham had to say. And this first part is in regards to Phoenix, comparing it to Indiana, because she's played in both places. So let's take a listen.
NBA season is over, and you finished your first year on a new team.
Yeah.
So, I guess looking back, now that you've been in two different places, pros, cons, do you feel like the transition wasn't that crazy? Is it just still playing basketball, or was it entirely different organizations?
Yeah, I think, great question. I think that there are so many, I'm someone who's just I love to be where my 2 feet are at. And so I love to see the positive in things. I'm just that type of person, happy-go-lucky, go with the flow type of thing. But I will say, being in Phoenix, the city was absolutely amazing. And the people that I met here, lifelong friends, and just the mountains, the sun, having warm weather, the restaurants, the city of Phoenix is hands down one of my favorite.
NASCAR.
Hell yeah. Dude,
NASCAR.
I got asked to go drive in a NASCAR. Oh, shit. West, remember when we went?
That's why I said it.
Oh,
dickhead.
I'm so sorry. Well, they asked me recently
okay.
to go actually be in a NASCAR.
Yeah, you should do it.
That'd be fun. But this city just has so much to offer, and there's always something going on, and I love that. I really do love that.
Yeah.
Indiana, I think the basketball piece and the way that the Midwest people and culture love their sports teams, hands down, yes,
Love.
you can't compare. You literally can't compare.
Yeah.
And so I am just so lucky to be a part of 2 great organizations. And I have loved Indiana. I've loved the team that I was on, the people, the way that the fans treated us, not only in Indiana, but everywhere we went. It was amazing. And so I really have had a really amazing experience on both teams. So I'm lucky, because a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people have really shitty situations. So I'm lucky.
Right.
Sophie Cunningham said, I like to be where my feet are. You have to understand, she's doing this podcast. She's in Phoenix. So she's in Arizona doing this podcast with her co-host West. Second, everything she spoke about was in the past tense. Folks, I think she's gone. I think she knows she's not going to be in Indianapolis playing with the Fever. I think she's gone. Everything about Phoenix was glowing. It was the life, and she's spoken about this numerous times, especially when it came to the expansion. That's why she got in trouble with everybody when she was ripping the cities. She talked about the nightlife, the mountains, the sun, everything outside of basketball, and then including basketball. And then when she spoke about Indiana, it was, oh yeah, the Midwest people, they really support their teams. I had fun while on this team while I was here. She's speaking in past tense. Sophie Cunningham will not be with the Indiana Fever next year. And we're going to get into the next part. The next part is where she really tells you the reason why she's not going to be in there. But most people are focusing on the part where it was Caitlin and Kelsey Mitchell. But you have to hear the part that she spoke about first when it came to talking about a system. So let's take a listen to that.
A lot of people do not understand that, like, everyone who gets drafted are really fucking great athletes. Really great athletes. But I think when you're at this level, you have to be able to adjust fast. And the system that you're drafted in and the situation you're drafted in will hands down make or break your career. And a lot of people don't understand that. But I really don't think a lot of people understand that, like, if you're in the wrong system, it doesn't matter how good you are, you're not going to be successful on that team. You get what I'm saying?
Do you not think, though? Yes, I do think basketball allows individual players to take over, to like propel a team more so than one good player on a football team does.
True.
Whereas, like, no matter where, like, I would imagine a healthy Caitlyn or like a healthy LeBron, wherever they go, that team will probably be above 500.
Yep. But
is that fair to say?
Yes, but I think that the reason behind that is because those types of athletes, they get to come into an organization, they have the green light, and they can do whatever they want. Where that is very rare to get drafted and be able to control the whole system.
Right. Was CC making decisions like?
Yeah.
With it, yeah.
As she should.
No way.
Like, as she should, but I also think that, like, they. Go ahead.
That's crazy. I didn't realize that.
It gets very interesting right here. When she starts speaking, she's gonna start pausing because at this point, she doesn't want to offend Caitlyn, and she doesn't want to offend Kelsey Mitchell.
She's just young. I just didn't think that.
But when you have a generational talent like that, she should have a lot to say of the system. I also think when you have, like, when she got in with Kelsey Mitchell, like, those two, it is very interesting to see how that they have. It is interesting to see how they've grown to be teammates because both of them need the ball in their hands.
That part right there. Grown as teammates. And remind you, this is her first year there. So you can already tell that there was some sort of power struggle on the Fever in the season while she was there. She also alluded to the fact that you have to be drafted and the system matters. That was huge when she said that.
But I think that they have played together enough that they both get that opportunity. And when they both can elevate each other, that team is unstoppable. You get what I'm saying?
And that was pretty much the end of it. I believe she doesn't like the vibe with the team. She likes the team. She likes some of the players on the team. She doesn't like the vibe of the team. Stephanie White in particular. It wouldn't surprise me if she's back in Phoenix next year. That's just my guess. But you guys let me know what you think. That part about the system and Kelsey Mitchell, it was a power struggle. It's a power struggle. I'm going to get into Kelsey Mitchell tomorrow because she deserves her own video. But this wasn't real good. Really, to be honest, a lot of people are going back and forth and they're roasting Sophie for speaking about the locker room. Sophie's gone. She's gone. I wouldn't be surprised if they leave her unprotected and they protect somebody else. I just think she's gone. The way she's talking, it doesn't sound like a player that's in with this team, that doesn't want to be in this team, in this environment, even though there's a lot of opportunity. And I also think this, and you can agree or disagree with me, I also think Sophie has an agenda. I think she came here to get in that spotlight, and she's accomplished everything she wants outside of basketball. If you listen to the entire podcast, she's ready for the next moves. You know, the Good Morning America, she speaks about that. If Sophie Cunningham's playing on any other team, would she be on Good Morning America after the WNBA season? No. She used this opportunity to get in the spotlight of Caitlin Clark. She's going to speak Caitlin Clark's praises. She's going back to Phoenix, or she's going to play somewhere else. You can just hear it in her voice. But let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. I just thought this was very interesting. The conversation about I like my 2 feet to be where I'm at, and she was in Phoenix. But let me know. Leave your comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. Until next time. Peace.